Welcome back. My name is Nick, and I have Kyle here with me. Pecco's with a 0 on Instagram. He's a super talented artist, and we've been covering his dark materials from the Land of the Dead, Mrs. Coulter deep dives, to John Perry, to Harpies, to Mulefa, to Galavespians, to Lyra, and much more. There's so many. I'm just getting mixed up. But subscribe. Go watch his dark materials playlist. We have so much good content here. We also did breakdowns of the shows, and we were answering your comments. So much fun to do. Such a good series. It's come to an end, but we are still covering it because we like the show so much.
We are still here.
By the way, we have cool shirts at AsArt.space. This is the Audi shirt based off of the Severance show. If you like it, go check it out. We also have a Galavespian shirt there and other shows that we watch. We have other styles of shirts and stuff. Just go check it out, AsArt.space. Kyle designs a lot of them. So go there, support. Let's go. Deep dive on Serafina Pekkala.
Serafina Pekkala. All right. So we're actually going to start off with a little appearance description. Serafina has long blonde hair and green eyes and is described by Farder Coram as thinner than some, prettier than most. Classic Farder Coram. Anyway, she wore a crown of red flowers when acting as queen to her tribe.
Wow.
And that's always been really cool to me. So how the witches were described always made me think of them more in the vein of dryads and more and also in terms of Wiccans, right? Especially given their close bond with the natural world.
Yeah.
Right?
Even
so not your Halloween witches, more
yeah, even with the way that they fly, it's so with the twig, you know what I mean? It's not even like a broomstick. It's much
like a branch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course, so her powers and
branch
abilities...
sounds a lot better than twig. I'm sorry. You're right. Okay, go on. I'm sorry.
It's a Harry Potter wand. Away!
Yeah.
Lumus
Maximus. Okay.
And so her powers and abilities include, she's pretty powerful. So she possesses all their standard abilities, such as flying, healing magic, weather control, and a form of invisibility. I say a form of invisibility because it's not it's not true invisibility. They don't completely like the angels. It's more like they just go unnoticed.
Oh.
They can be really people just kind of forget that they were there kind of deal.
It's kind of creep around. They actually did a pretty good job in the show with that too. They move at this certain speed where they're almost like a blur. And they can warp in and warp out. It's almost like Flash powers where they're so fast. Okay, go on.
Yeah, and then on top of that, she is also a very skilled archer as well.
Yeah.
And so her demon is Kaisa, who is a large male white snow goose. So in the show, he was depicted as a Gryffalcon, which is a bit different. In the books, it was almost like out of a fairy tale because he's like this. Kaisa is described as this
giant,
really big snow white goose, and just beating his wings creates this these gusts.
Yeah, and especially in book 2 when Lyra and Will are getting attacked by the children, he comes in and freaks the children out basically.
Yeah. So Kaisa is large and gray with a crown of white feathers at the top of his head, and sky blue eyes that are ringed with gold. He's a beautiful goose.
Wow.
My God. So he often acted as scout and envoy for Serafina. So all witches and their demons, Kaisa and Serafina underwent a ritual process that allowed them to separate over long distances. Right.
It's kind of something similar to what you see in the show that Lyra and Will went through. The ability where they're able to separate and be far from their demon, but yet they're still connected and they're not dead.
Yep, they're not zombies or dead, yeah.
And then that process, correct me if I'm wrong, the witch's process also gave them longer life too than the normal humans.
I don't know if that was separate or if that was it's interesting because there's a lot of magical biology in Lyra's world. It's magic seems to have still existed. Where in our world we got the crappy one.
Science,
but science reigns. Yes. Look at my algebra equation. Okay. Anyway, so now some biography before the books, right? So Serafina was born around the end of the 17th century to the Lake Inara
have a longer
clan.
life. Definitely have a longer life.
Yeah. No, I wasn't disputing if they have a longer life. I'm just saying, I don't know how they get it.
Oh,
right?
okay. Yes.
Serafina was so born around the 17th century to the Lake Inara clan, and her mother was queen also.
Mm.
So the time she meets Lyra, she's around 300 years old. So another big event in her life is she met Farder Coram in the 50s. So she fell into a swamp and was about to drown after being attacked by a large red bird. And Farder Coram pulled Serafina into the boat and shot the bird, which he then realized was another witch's demon. And Serafina told him that anytime he needed help, he could call her. And so Serafina and Farder Coram fell in love, and the couple actually had a son who isn't named, though. I tried to find the name, but I couldn't find it.
It was lost through the many texts.
Yes. And Serafina acknowledged that she would have gladly given up her witching ways to be a proper Egyptian wife to Coram. But, as a witch, this just isn't possible. It's not our way, And their young son fell victim to an epidemic and died.
Yep.
So that was unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we go to her reign as queen. So not long after the death of her son, Serafina's mother died, making her queen of the Lake Inara clan. Now there are about 9 different witch clans scattered throughout Scandinavia. Mm-hmm. And I think Lake Inara is the most north, the most northern witch clan. So when Farder Coram was hit by a Skraeling's venom arrow, Serafina sent herbs and spells to help him recover, but did not feel able to face him in person. By this time, though, instability within her own clan from the threat of witch wars kept her from seeing him in person, right? So she had other responsibilities. She's like, "Yo, I'm queen now, man, baby. I can't come see you." So yeah, and then that kind of takes us up to the books, book material, yeah. And then she's also mentioned. But she's only mentioned in the Secret Commonwealth, and that's about it. Other than that, she doesn't really make an appearance or anything after that.
Except for probably being a sister to Lyra. Because she stated in the books she's gonna treat Lyra as one of her sister witches, basically, and stuff like that. She's accepted into the clan.
An honorary witch.
Yeah. And it was actually kind of interesting. You find out a lot of witch lore at the end of the book. Because Serafina Pekkala kind of explains to Pan and Kivara. That's the name of Will's demon, right?
Kiryava.
Yeah. Okay. And she explains to them, and then about this is why you're able to separate. And, we kind of undergo a similar process, but we are able to keep long lives and also separate and make some special. And I guess they can fly with branches, not twigs, branches, so it's like this extra power, and they're pretty strong, even though I believe specters can kill witches, so they're not at super powerful angels level, but they're probably more powerful than most angels, but not all angels, because angels have a weird power scale the way it would Balthamos, which is barely surviving to, to the strongest of the strong.
Witches are like Kaioken times 5 Goku, they're pretty legit. They can hold their own against Earth level Vegeta. Sorry, my DBZ nerdery is showing.
Yeah, no, but most definitely, exactly. So, and it's interesting too, because she felt very left out in in the show 3. Book 3, I think she has a little bit more to do than she does in show, but she just kind of appears at the end and yo, thanks for saving the day.
What up, guys?
What's going on? But she also becomes really good friends with Mary Malone for the short period of time too, and she also teaches Mary Malone, just like in the show, how to see demons. So they have cool powers like that where they can teach people how to see other people's demons and stuff like that, which is a very interesting idea where they can teach people this. And it was also very interesting that witches can't see dust. So it was cool that Mary Malone kind of had a gift to give back to Serafina Pekkala. It's thank you for showing me how to see my demon. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you dust for the first time. It's whoa, that's amazing.
I'm going to blow your mind, witch. Yeah.
Really cool. Serafina Pekkala is such a cool character in the book and also in the show too. I thought they did a great job casting her, because you really get that thin kind of, the appearance of a witch,
her gauntness, but she's still very regal looking. Yeah.
I thought it was perfect casting. Obviously they changed the hair, which they did with a lot of people in the show, but I thought they did a great job. That was awesome. Comment down below if we missed anything with witches, or if you want us to do like a witch deep dive. That was more of a Serafina Pekkala deep dive, not like the witch culture and stuff like that. Obviously, we're going to touch on it while talking about her, but let us know if you are interested in that. We're more than happy to maybe go down that path some way in the future. By the way, go to Instagram. Kyle is on Instagram. Peckles with a zero. Oh my gosh. Peckles with a zero on Instagram. Go check him out. He's a super talented artist. He put together a lot of these deep dives by doing the notes and the research and stuff like that. So I just get to show up and be me. It's been super awesome going through all these. Comment down below other characters and stuff like that. If you go to AsArt.space, you can find audio video links and also our cool shirts. We have a Gallivespian shirt there. This is our Severance shirt. Audi, if you know. Are you in your Audi? Comment down below if you're still here. And then we'll see you on the next AsArt. Serafina Pekkala. And it's so cool. She has a goose and not a freaking eagle or a hawk. It's so cool with the goose.
Yeah, man. I was like, dude. Actually, that was one of the things.